Hey, everybody. So good to have you here. Doubleheader today. We will be on at 8 o'clock. Ryan in Sacktown and yours truly. We'll be coming back at you in a couple of hours right here on If You Don't Like That. You know, if you're a professional athlete, we'll just keep it to professional right now, and you gamble on your sport, particularly the games that involve your team, you're an absolute idiot. Okay? You're an idiot because you're going to get caught. It's only a matter of time. I mean, Tucupita Marcano, lifetime ban because he bet on baseball while a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates, was currently with the San Diego Padres. What are you thinking about? With all of the algorithms, with all of the security, with all of the technology available to sports books, casinos, etc., you're going to get caught. They're looking for any irregularities. And when they pop up, it's a red flag and they do an investigation. So if you are currently playing in one of the four major sports, and we'll just leave it to that right now, you could go to soccer, you can go to college athletics, you're an idiot, okay? You're an idiot because you're going to get caught, all right? And you're going to lose your career. You're going to be completely, I guess I was going to say embarrassed, but hey, I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, these athletes making millions of dollars and they're gambling parlays that involve a total of five figures and in some cases low six, and you're going to jeopardize your career over that? I don't understand it. I really don't. All right, if you want to talk NBA with the finals getting underway in a couple days, we can do that. Any NFL news, Justin Jefferson with the mammoth deal for the Minnesota Vikings. I spent some time with Rhino in Sacktown last night. We talked about Mike Brown and the Kings. Listen, if you want to get in on the program, it is very easy to do. All right? Very easy to do. Here's a link. You also have the QR code above my shoulder. So you have the options, okay? Well, whatever works for you. QR code, link, give me a call, and I'm happy to put you on. But you know, we can go in a lot of different ways. You've got the Stanley Cup Finals that going to get underway this week too, with the NBA Finals. Really, too bad what happened at the French Open. Novak Djokovic is out. He had to retire from his match with a knee, and so now Alcaraz is probably going to win anyway. I don't see him losing. He won in straight sets earlier, so I got to believe that he's going to prevail again. He is the real freaking deal. He's really good. All right. Hockey fans. Joe Pavelski finally retiring. What a career for Pavelski. 18 seasons. So many great years with the Sharks. For those of us in Northern California that are hockey fans, had a chance to watch Pavelski. What a phenomenal player. He announced, quote, "This is it for me." What a player. He's going to be 40 in July. He was the second oldest player this season behind Mark Giordano of Toronto. Man, what a great player. Thank you, Joel Pavelski, for everything that you provided us hockey fans. I wasn't a fan of the teams that he played for, but I was a fan of Joel Pavelski because he played the game the right way. All right, again, what do you want to talk about today? Hit me up. Be happy to answer any of your questions. We'll go about 30 minutes today because I'm going to be doing a show a little bit later with Ryan in Sacktown. So looking forward to that. If you want to go in any direction you want, this being an open forum, we can do so. So I'm very happy to take off in any direction you want. I talked about the Caitlin Clark WNBA situation yesterday. It's completely turned me off. I won't spend 2 minutes watching the league. It just turned me off. The greed, the hypocrisy, the jealousy, the racism. It's not for me. I'm done. And listen, I'm done with Stephen A. Smith too. I'm not watching Stephen A. Smith anymore. I'm so tired of race. Stephen A. Smith can't go a segment without letting everyone know that he's a black man. Enough already. Okay, enough already. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The fact that people have to characterize an individual by their skin color when talking about them that's enough for me. Okay, I'm done with it. It's absurd. It's absurd. If the league really cared and the players were smart enough, they would galvanize together and realize that Clark is great for the league because she's a generational talent. Okay, and she's going to gravitate people towards the league and the TV and everything else. But no, there are too many people that are too stupid to see that. Angel Reese being one of them. And it's really a shame. It's just a shame. You know what it is? It's stupidity. It's greed. I think it's flat out racism, to be honest with you. I really do. I think it's flat out racism. And I think it goes both ways. When Pat McAfee, describes Caitlin Clark as a white bitch, that's a real problem. I have a real problem with that. Everyone should have a problem with that. Okay? And he has vehemently apologized for it. But we just had a power surge again. Man, I am having bad luck with these shows. I know you can hear me. I want to get to Baki in a minute, but I apologize. We just had another power surge here. When I do that, I lose my camera. So we'll put this up right now. And, instead of looking at my ugly face, you can look at that graphic, or I can put up, well, we'll leave that. Let me get to Baki. Baki, man, I know you're watching the French Open. Novak going out with a knee. Alcaraz has got a wide open path to another title, doesn't he?
Very interesting. I mean, Novak asked in the last two matches for the courts to be swept out, so
I know
he doesn't get it. So I'm asking myself, how can tournament director Amélie Mauresmo? Okay, she was a great player. She was French captain, and she was very popular and very successful. But come on, Amélie is nothing in comparing with hundreds of tennis players. So how can you decide what to do with the courts, what to do with the tournament? I mean, you have probably the best tennis player ever telling you the courts are not okay. He's
Right.
not asking you to give him a victory or give him a passing by in the second round. He's just asking you to sweep the courts in the game breaks or the set breaks.
How hard is that? Yeah. How hard is that?
I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay. This is not, I mean, we all know you play tennis yourself.
Yep.
I play tennis a lot. I spend on those courts years and years, and I know how the clay is.
Yes.
After the sun, after the rain, after the wind, after everything. So this is the only surface on the tennis ground that it will react to the weather changing. So you must react yourself. So if you saw what the weather was in the Paris last 10 days. So you must react. If something is not okay with the weather, be live in the tournament. That's why you are tournament director. You cannot just sit over there and watch okay, let's finish this day, let's put this match on that court. First match, they put Dimitrov to play one extra match in the center court in the Chatrier. And what do we get? We get Novak starting his match 11 p.m., finishing the match 4 a.m. I mean,
that's absurd.
I mean, listen, I'm not the one who is for the guy from the Serbia. I'm definitely looking at from the right position. So this is the champ. This is the one who you buying the tickets for. This is the one who is playing humble game, who is making fun of the court, everything. So you can do one simple thing: sweep the court. Nothing more. Nothing more. So second match, also he played late. See, he asked them many times to sweep the court. He did nothing. So you can put a water on the court. You can sweep it. I don't know, but this is really ridiculous. This is not the level of the Grand Slam tournament. What do you say?
I think everything you said, I concur with. I think you're spot on. Everything you said, I totally agree with. And I think it's a bad look for the French Open. Like yourself, I haven't had as much experience, but I've played on red clay before. I've played on hard true. They're different clays, and they have to. But the point is, you have to take care of the courts, and it's very important that they're taken care of properly and swept and everything else. And I'm with you. It's really a shame. He had an MRI on his knee today. I'm talking about Novak. I just hope he's ready to go for Wimbledon, which begins on July 1st.
It will be very. I heard with the people. It will be. Trust me, it's gonna be very, very difficult for him because this is not the normal torn. And I don't know. We will see what will time brings. But you know, I was in that organization stuff and everything about the courts, about the players, about the tournament, about the draws, about everything. So when you are a supervisor, when you're a director, you're going you're not sitting all day in your office and waiting for the players to come to you and to
Yeah,
say, "Look, this is happening, this is you go around, you ask
yeah.
the players what is okay, what is not okay, do you have something to complain, do you have something good to say. So uh, since they put Amelie Mauresmo as a tournament director, I think this is waste
Yep.
waste of the one of the Grand Slam going from 9.5 now going to maybe 6 if you grading the Grand Slams.
Well, I appreciate your insight, man, because you've been involved with the sport for a long time. So I really appreciate your insight because
And
you give a perspective that a lot of us don't have.
may I have you attention only for one thing more.
Of
Okay,
course.
I'm totally agree with you with A Smith. I mean, man is I mean you have ESPN, the biggest sports network in the world. And what's interesting for you and for your viewers to get somebody who is acting like a monkey on the TV screen,
Don't whoa, whoa,
and
whoa, 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 whoa.
and
Don't
you
don't don't don't
I
whoa,
don't
whoa,
I
whoa.
don't
Don't say
okay
monkey. No, no. Don't say
okay
monkey
no I
because
said like
monkey.
I said
Huh?
like no
Okay. Well,
I
still
didn't say he's
don't do that because
okay
that's
okay
wrong, and that is perceived by most black people as a racist comment, and I don't want racist comments on here. I know you didn't mean that,
no
but
racist. I'm
but
totally
I'm
off.
correcting you. But don't say
Yeah,
that.
okay. Okay, I got you. I didn't mean to anything about it. It's maybe I said it maybe wrong, but I said only you're trying to be funny on the TV, okay? But it's not. Okay, that's my point.
Understand? Always good hearing from you, Bucky. You take care, okay?
Take care, Nape.
All right, good stuff as always from Baki over in Serbia. Listen, I've been very open about this, and if you're just joining me, I had another power surge, and so my camera's out. I'll get it ready for 8 o'clock tonight. I and I don't want to be in the presence of watching Stephen A. Smith anymore because he nauseates me because he's not able to look at any situation without bringing race into it. And there are so many people in our society that bring race into an area that they shouldn't be bringing it into. There are so many times when race has absolutely nothing to do with the situation, but because the color of someone's skin, it's brought in as a racial situation and that racism is involved with what we're seeing. And sometimes that is accurate. A lot of times it is not accurate. It's not. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Okay. I've been blessed to be at sporting events and watch sports since a very early age. All right. And I've been around many, 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 many fans at stadiums, arenas, everywhere. Okay. I've been with fans at sports bars. I've been with fans at Super Bowls, Stanley Cup finals. I've been everywhere. Okay. I've been at the US Open to watch Serena Williams play. When I was at the US Open, watching Serena Williams play, the vast majority of spectators were white. And they were all rooting for Serena. All of them. Every one. Every single one. I didn't see anyone not rooting for Serena. Nobody was saying, well, I can't root for Serena because she's black. Okay? I mean, we got to stop with this nonsense. Seriously. Got to stop. Do you think that people didn't want to watch the 100 meters when Usain Bolt was running because he was black? No, it was the most watched, anticipated event of the entire Olympics. Okay? And people couldn't wait for it to start. Period. Why do we have to call Caitlin Clark a white basketball player? What does that have to do with anything? Why do we have to call Luka a white basketball player? Which I don't really hear that very often, but the point is, what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Okay? This grouping of people by their skin color has got to stop. It's got to stop. And Stephen A. Smith has an incredible presence. He has a lot of power. And I think personally, he has really hurt his credibility over the last year or two by constantly bringing race into areas where race and racism have nothing to do with what's going on. And I hate that. It turns me off. It really does. And listen, I'm okay with hearing different perspectives. I'm okay with listening. I'm okay with getting into dialogue. But I'm not okay with using the race card all the time to give yourself more power and leverage, particularly when you're debating with a white person and you go to the race card and the white person is kind of left handcuffed because they know that they really now are backed up into a corner based on what they can say and what they can't say. And that's where we're at as a society. It's awful. It's just terrible. It really is. I don't know what's gone on with our society. I really don't. I don't know what has happened with our society. I don't know why we all can't just accept Caitlin Clark for a generational talent who was an incredible player at Iowa. I mean, what's wrong with that? Like, why do we have to talk about her skin color? I don't get that. What I do understand is I'm not watching the WNBA. I didn't watch the WNBA to begin with. I used to support the Monarchs when they were in Sacramento, and I would go to, 5 games or so a year with my kids, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoy watching the women's college game a lot more than the WNBA. And I got to be honest, I don't have one friend that watches the WNBA. I don't know anybody that watches the WNBA. I have a lot of my friends that do watch the college game, particularly the women's tournament. I've talked to my friends about that. I don't recall ever having a conversation with one of my friends as it relates to the WNBA. I really don't. I don't know anybody that watches the WNBA. I truly don't. And here's an opportunity to grow the sport, okay? Grow the sport, bring a lot of notoriety to the sport, and yet the league can't handle it because you have a white player who's getting all the attention. Well, Caitlin Clark would be getting all the attention if she were black, if she were Asian, if she were Hispanic. She'd still be getting all the attention. Why? Because she's a marvel. That's why. Same way Serena Williams got all the attention in women's tennis. Same way that Tiger Woods got all the attention in men's golf. Same way that Kobe and LeBron and Michael got all the attention in the NBA. All right? I mean, come on. Really? Are we really going here? It's unbelievable to me. It just absolutely turns me off like you cannot believe. It is a huge turnoff for me. Huge turnoff for me. Bothers me. I don't know what's going on with our society. Amazing. Patrick says, when Linsanity was happening. I couldn't care less if he was Chinese, green, black, or white. I heard he was scoring 30 points a game and was thrilled. Exactly. We as sports fans do not care about an individual's ethnicity. Caitlin Clark is Puerto Rican. I don't care what Caitlin Clark is. I don't care if she's Puerto Rican. I don't care if she's Japanese. I don't care where she's from. I don't care her ethnicity. I don't care about her religion. I don't care about her sexuality. None of that matters to me. You know what matters to me? She's a talented, generational type of athlete. That's what matters to me. I don't give a damn where she's from. I don't care who she sleeps with. I don't care what her religion is. None of that matters to me. I don't care who she votes for. Doesn't matter to me. Okay? What matters to me is she's very entertaining to watch. And she does things that not a lot of other people in her sport have done. That's what matters to me. Okay? So again, I don't care. I don't care about anybody's ethnicity. I never have. I never have. Doesn't matter to me. I really do not think when I'm watching a game about whether someone is voting for Trump or Biden, or they're Jewish or they're Catholic, or they're white or they're black, or they're this or they're that. Like, I don't care. Like, and I think I'm in the vast majority. I think I'm very much in the majority. I don't care. You know, this forum went off the rails. No, it didn't go off the rails. Okay. It's called honesty. It's called truth. And it's called not being afraid to speak up for what's right and what's wrong. As MLK, one of his famous quotes, our lives begin to end the day we remain silent about things that matter. I don't remain silent about things that matter. Never have, never will. Not the way I was raised. Don't do it. You know? All lives matter, every single one. That's what I believe in. I believe that since I was old enough to talk and comprehend. That's what I believe. It's how I was raised. It's what I stand up for. It's what I believe in. It's the way it is. All right, don't forget, coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, I will be with Rhino in Sacktown. Sorry about my camera going out. Another power surge here. And it's I'll get it ready to roll once again at 8 o'clock. You know, it was sad that the Sacramento lost to Monarchs. It was good, and they were really good. They won it all. Jerry Reynolds did a fabulous job as the GM of that team and working with the players, and it was good. It was good for Sacramento. Again, I went to probably 5 games a year with my kids, and we loved it. You know? Yes, sir, all lives do matter, and I love that you continue to say that. I will continue to say that until I take my last breath. I've traveled the world. I've talked to a lot of people. I don't know. I'm still waiting to run into an individual who doesn't think all lives matter. I haven't yet, but, you know, I still have time. Matthew says Jerry was a great part of their winning culture. Very true. What do I think about the Yankees this year? Well, if they don't end up in the World Series, it's a bad year. That's it. Do I think the Yankees should sign Soto at the end of the year? No, I don't. Not for the money that he wants. Over $400 million a year, I wouldn't do it. And I understand he's an incredible talent. I've enjoyed watching him. I don't watch the Yankees play that much right now, but I mean, even the series that he had in San Francisco was amazing. You know, he hits the ball for power. He can bunt. He can take the extra base. I mean, he's really, really incredible. The Yankees look very good. That's for sure. But they're going to be judged on what they do in October, not what they do in June. They're good, though. No question. All right. So, again, 8 o'clock tonight right here on If You Don't Like That. Sorry about my camera. I'll get it working. We'll get it ready to roll for the show. All right. I'm going to wrap it up since I don't have a camera. Appreciate you. Appreciate the content. And again, don't forget 8 o'clock. One more. Jerry wants Levine. Are you on board, Grant? I like Zach Levine. I've always liked Zach Levine. Always liked Zach Levine. Talk to you in a little bit.